Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is the 13th March 2024. In this video, let us generate a bullish and bearish trade setup for monthly income trade and weekly income trade. Even before that, a small announcement please. If this is your first visit to our channel, please understand we are providing complete free training on supply demand zone price action. All the training videos are available at our YouTube channel in a playlist supply demand zone price action course. Even I provided the link to this playlist in this YouTube video description. Click on the link, you will get into this page and then scroll down to the bottom of this page. Here, starting from lesson 1.1, all the training videos are available in an order. So please go through all these lessons one by one and strengthen your skills related to supply demand zone price action. Even I have provided the link to our Telegram channel in this YouTube video description. Please join in the channel. It will be helpful to you. Each time when we release a new video, we will provide an update in that channel. Now let's get into bullish and bearish trade setup generation for monthly and weekly income trade with the help of NeoStock software supply demand zone top-down analysis strategy builder. First, we will generate bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. For bullish trade setup for monthly income trade, entry time frame is daily. That is our LTF time frame. And the entry zone should be demand zone. In this parameter bullish or bearish trade setup, in daily time frame, I am selecting the parameter bullish. At present, a majority of the stocks are supporting bullish trade setup. Let us filter the stocks by setting some additional parameters. The first parameter is we don't want pierced zones. So that is the reason why this last parameter in this page, pierced count in daily time frame, I am setting the value minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That indicates pierced count should be 0. Pierced count 0 indicates the zone is not pierced. Okay, then second parameter we will set range, that is a reward between demand zone. Which demand zone? Daily demand zone. Daily demand zone to daily supply zone. A minimum 3% reward should be there. So minimum range supports the reward. So in daily time frame, I am setting the value 3. So only stocks having 3% above reward only will be displayed. Remaining stocks will be filtered. Okay, apart from that, the minimum price percent to reach the zone. This is the next. This indicates how much close the current price is from our demand zone. So within 1% close to the demand zone, I want to select. I will generate 3 different reports. 1% close to the demand zone, 2% close to the demand zone, and 3% close to the demand zone. That way we will generate. So in this parameter, maximum price percent to reach the zone, in daily time frame, I am selecting 1%. That means 1% close to the daily demand zone. Only those stocks should be listed. So these stocks are 1% close to the demand zone. So now you can plan your trades in one of these stocks if you get an entry. Currently they are supporting bullish trade setup. And another point, you should observe the risk between demand and supply zone and also the reward, risk and reward. Based on that, you can plan your trades. Some of these stocks are having already tested. If fresh zones, if you select, probably you get higher. But all these zones are already tested. All these demand zones. Generally, some people, what we do, we want to trade on the tested zones. But some of these stocks are even high liquidity zones are there. But anyway, if you don't want to trade the tested zones, this list may not be helpful to you. That is the reason why let us look for the next list within 2% range. Within 2% close to the demand zone. So in maximum price percent to reach the zone, I am changing the value from 1% to 2%. Now let us filter. Now all the previous stocks plus new stocks you will be getting. Now all these 16 stocks are supporting. They are within 2% or few stocks already listed in the previous report also here. Now some of these stocks are having a zero test count. Because the list is big, let us limit to only 2% close to the demand zone. Currently these stocks are supporting bullish trade setup. So from this list you can find these stocks. Now what I do? I will go to the next report. See, I am giving you only few seconds time to watch this report. In case if you want to study any of these stocks, please pause the video. Study all these columns and then you can proceed with the video. Now I am going to generate a report for a bearish trade setup. For bearish trade setup for monthly income trade, your entry time frame is daily. And your entry zone should be supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup in daily time frame, now I am selecting the value bearish. Now I am going to set only one filter. Mostly you will be getting very few stocks that are currently supporting bearish trade setup. That's why I am setting only one filter. Don't want pierced zones because we don't trade on the pierced zones. So I am setting pierced count should be 0 on daily time frame. Minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That indicates the zone is not pierced. Now let me filter the stocks. Only 2 stocks are filtered. Currently only these 2 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup. You need to look for supply zones only. And moreover, Bandhan Bank already gave an entry. Okay, this is about monthly income trade. Entry time frame, that is our lower time frame, is daily. Now we look for weekly income trade setups. So the entry time frame should be 75 minutes. That is the lower time frame should be 75 minutes. So bearish trade setup, bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Bullish. Weekly income trade, entry time frame should be 75 minutes. Entry zone should be demand zone because it is bullish trade setup. And in bullish or bearish trade setup, in 75 minutes time frame, I am selecting the value bullish. Now let us add the filters. The first filter is we don't want pierced zones. So setting pierced count for 75 minutes as a 0. 75 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. This is the first filter. The second filter, between 75 minutes demand zone and 75 minutes supply zone, a reward should be, minimum range means reward. The reward should be at least 2%. At 75 minutes time frame we are setting. 2% reward should be there. Okay. And the third one, we will generate again 2 reports. 1% close to the 75 minutes demand zone. If the list is small, we will look for even 2% close to the demand zones. So maximum price percent to reach the zone in the 75 minutes time frame, I am setting the value 1. That means within 1% to the 75 minutes demand zone, if the stocks are available, we are going to list those zones. So 17 stocks are within 1% close to the demand zone. So now we can study and pick up some of the stocks from this list, which are currently providing. Let us look into even 2% also. What's wrong? Anyway, first you are going to look into this report. As I told you, you need to pause the video and you need to study these stocks. Within 2% close to the demand zone, in 75 minutes, something wrong. What is the filter we set? I think this is the complete list. We didn't set the filter. See, entry zone is a demand zone. Bullish or bearish trade setup 75 minutes is bullish. The range means reward should be greater than or equal to 2. Should not be pierced. So this is the total list, these 17 stocks. Currently having minimum 2%. How many are close to 1%? We didn't filter. So I think I didn't enter the value there previously. So at 75%, I'm giving the value 1. Out of those 17 stocks, how many are within? Currently 4 stocks are within 1% close to the demand zone. That means currently only 17 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup, having minimum 2% reward. In that, these 4 stocks are within 1% close to the demand zone. Now within 2%, how many are there? Let us find. So maximum price percent to reach the zone. At 75 minutes, I am changing 1% to 2%. Now 8 stocks. This includes the previous stocks, 4 stocks, plus 4 more new stocks. The remaining stocks are within 2% close to the demand zone. That means if the price is down by 2% tomorrow, you may get an entry in some of these stocks. And few stocks are already within 1%. If they are down by 1%, we will get an entry. This is about bullish trade setup for a weekly income trade. Now the last report, bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Changing the time frame to 75 minutes. That is, the entry time frame is 75 minutes. Now entry zone should be supply zone, because it is a bearish trade setup. In bullish or bearish trade setup parameter, at 75 minutes time frame, I am selecting the value bearish. And only one filter I am going to add, that is the pierced count should be 0. 75 minutes, I am setting the value, minimum value 0, maximum. Because we don't trade on the pierced zones, that's why I am setting pierced count. 0 indicates zone is not pierced. So 9 stocks. Currently 9 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup. Look into the last 2 columns, indicates risk and reward. And also test count indicates the zone is fresh or already tested. Test count 0 indicates a fresh zone. You need to focus on supply zones only, because it is a bearish trade setup. Demand zones only, or target zones. So this is about bullish and bearish trade setups for monthly income trade and weekly income trade. Hope this information will be useful to you for your further study and analysis. So let us all meet again in our next video. Thank you.